Hello and welcome back. My name is Rochelle and this is another episode of the Mindset series, where today we are talking about how being comfortable or comfort is ruining your progress, is ruining your ability to be successful. So let's jump straight into it and have a chat about this topic. I think if you clicked on this video, you are in your comfort zone. You're feeling safe, you're feeling secure, you have, the same routine every day. You wake up, you go to work, you come home, you cook your dinner, you watch TV and go to bed. Maybe that's your life, maybe it's not, but whatever it is, you're feeling comfortable where you are. Are you growing towards your goals? Are you moving every day towards success? Probably not, right? If you're watching this video, probably not. Let's be real. And being comfortable is one of the biggest reasons people get stuck for years and possibly even forever in a life that they don't really feel fulfilled in. But we're doing it anyway because it's comfortable and it's a safe thing, and it's, like a neurological response to want to feel safe, right? Like, we want to know that this is our routine, this is where our money comes from. We know exactly how much we're getting paid every week because our paycheck is the same when we're employed by someone else. All these things are like neurologically wired into us to want to feel okay, we're okay, like everything's fine because I know this routine over and over again. And every successful person will tell you this in any of the books you've read, videos you've watched, TikToks, I don't care, is that playing it safe is not going to get you where you want to be. Like, let's be completely honest. You have to get out of your comfort zone at some point for growth. Being comfortable and growth cannot coexist. Like, you need to be putting yourself out of your comfort zone in order to grow. And growth is really where we start seeing you tracking towards success, you tracking towards your abundant life or to whatever goals that you want. And without that, you're just stuck. This also comes kind of back down to, like, maybe you've thought about what you want, maybe you know where you want to go, maybe you have direction, but you're like stuck in the fear of what if it doesn't work? So if you're stuck being comfortable, you need to ask yourself, are you willing to risk being embarrassed, maybe not being successful the first time, maybe, losing money? You have to be willing to risk all of those things and more to be successful. Without that risk, there is no growth, there is going to be no progress, right? Like, you need to risk those things to be able to get the life you want. And I know that sounds freaking scary, and you can do this in a calculated way, and you can do this in a way where you're, not gonna lose $100,000 or lose your house or whatever. Like, full disclaimer, I want you to do this in a safe way, but what I'm saying is you have to risk something to get something. Like, you can't just kind of reflect a little and think about how you've lived your life for the past 5 years and where it's gotten you, and ask yourself, is this where I want to be? No. So if I continue on this same path, same lifestyle that I've been living for the last 5 years for the next 5 years, am I going to be any closer to where I want to be, or am I going to be in a really similar situation to now? And if your answer is, I'm going to be in a really similar situation to now and I don't want that, then you need to change something. You need to risk being embarrassed. You need to post a video on YouTube, you need to start that podcast, start your coaching business, open your nail salon, take a course, whatever it is, whatever your dreams, goals, aspirations are, you need to do something towards that. And that's probably going to risk you, feeling embarrassed, feeling uncomfortable. Maybe it's going to cost you a little money to upskill, to get towards, your goals or wherever you want to be. Whatever that is, you have to do that. You have to get out of your comfort zone. Like, I promise you, hun, you can't stay where you are now and expect that you're going to get where you want to be. It just doesn't happen. Like, model yourself on everyone around you that you've seen be successful. They have been through the hardship, they have put in the work, they have risked things, risked their embarrassment, risked their dignity, their reputation, like all of these things. But what that has got them is learnings and growth and success, right? Like, they have clawed their way towards the life they want, and that's essentially what we need to do. We need to go towards the life we want, and if that means risking some little things in our lives, we have to do that. We can't stay in the same routine, 9 to 5, come home, cook dinner, watch the TV, go to bed over and over again. Like, that's just the rat race. We can't be doing that. We don't want to be in the rat race anymore. We deserve more. We can do more. So commit to putting yourself out of your comfort zone, because you can do it, and it's going to be scary. Like, no doubt, it's going to be scary. Like me posting these YouTube videos. I'll admit, I feel scared. This is awkward. People are probably going to see this and be like, "What is this woman talking about?" But it's that same 2 a.m. thought where you wake up and you realize, if I don't do something now, this is going to be my life. And if you're not okay with that, then this is why you've clicked this video, because you're comfortable and you want to be somewhere else, and you can get that somewhere else. You just have to be committed, work on yourself, work on your personal growth, and get out of your comfort zone. Nothing changes if nothing changes, and I freaking love that quote. It's a great one to tell yourself. So if you ever you know, are doubting yourself, you have to remind yourself that nothing changes if nothing changes, right? Like, how can we expect our life to be different if we don't start acting different or start thinking different, doing something different? To see a different result, we have to do something different. So have a think about that. Take some time to reflect on, you know, maybe you have been stuck in your comfort zone and you don't even realize it, and how that's impacting your ability to reach your success. Before I wrap this up, the last thing I want to touch on is regret, and I think this goes like hand in hand with being in your comfort zone for too long. I don't want you to look back on your life and think, you know, if only I took that risk, if only I did this differently, if only I invested more in my personal development, then maybe I would be where I wanted to be. Maybe I would have my own clothing line. Maybe I would have my $1 million coaching business. Maybe I wouldn't have to work 9 to 5 every day. Maybe I could take my family on holidays. Maybe I wouldn't have to worry about money. Maybe I have all the time I need to spend with my loved ones. And if that means you have to make a small sacrifice now and feel embarrassed, or, you know, spend some money on upskilling, or spend some time on, you know, working on your mindset and developing yourself into the person you need to be successful and to get the things that you want, whatever those are for you, then you need to do that. Because otherwise you're going to look back in 10 years, the time's going to pass anyway, I promise you that, the time's going to pass. You're going to look back and think, what if I spent that 20 minutes a week filming a YouTube video and uploading that and, you know, working towards my goal of having my own podcast? Like, if you did that every week for the next 10 years, if you don't have a podcast, I'll be concerned, because you would by that point, right? Like, you would be so good at content, you would be, you know, amazing at interviewing people, you'd have all of these skills that you've accumulated to get that goal. So instead of doing nothing, staying in your comfort zone and looking back 10 years from now and thinking, what would I have, and thinking what, like, I could have had this if I did this action consistently for this time, I would be where I want to be, instead of thinking, well, I regret not doing that because it's awkward now, I'm stuck in the same situation and my life's not any better, and now I'm going to spend the next 10 years working towards my goal. But imagine if I had compounded that and instead I'd already gotten halfway there, instead I already did 10 years worth of work, like, where would I be? Like, mind-blowing moment, because you would be so far towards your definition of success, your abundant life, everything you want, and all you had to do is take like that daily or weekly action that you were too scared to do, and now you regret it because the life you have is not the life that you could have had if you got out of your comfort zone now. So I'm going to leave you with that really just a thought to work on yourself, work on your comfort zone, think about what your comfort zone is, think about the small steps you can take to go outside of that. I'm not saying like bombing into the realm of risk, I'm saying dip your toe in the ocean a little, test the waters, try some things out within what you feel is reasonable, and you will start to get the life you want. I promise you that. You just got to get out of, you know, your routine and really embody the person you want to be, embody your successes, and you will get there. So, wrapping up the video here, thank you so much for watching. I really hope this helps you recognize that you probably are stuck in your comfort zone and how to get out of it. And I'll catch you in the next episode of the Mindset series.